Hey guys, championship games are done. Got a week till the Super Bowl, so we just want to give you the promo code one more time. Promo code is Money3, MONEY 3. You can use that exclusively on the Action 24/7 Sportsbook. When you use the code Money3, you will receive a $250 risk-free bet on your first bet. New customers only, and let's get to it.
Okay, we're here, we're back. Championship games are over, and now the Super Bowl is 2 weeks away. So close, but so far.
Don't boo.
Well, I didn't do too well, so I'm very much in a boo mood right now, but we're pushing on. Doesn't matter what kind of mood I'm in. That game's gonna be played anyway. So.
Well, how did you do?
How did I do? I lost all my bets.
Woo!
I went 0-2, and I lost my surefire pick.
So 0-3.
Yeah, but we don't count the surefire picks on our record.
We don't?
Yeah, we do.
What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I've been counting mine.
What?
I just count the.
When was that established?
I just
Why
count,
are
like,
you
the
doing
main
that?
Why?
That doesn't make any sense.
Because it's a double unit.
So
But you're still betting it.
it's still a bet. It's still a tick.
We gotta revise some history.
Oh my god.
Granted, you've been doing pretty well with your surefire, so I guess it's not like. But still, that's.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking like all these weeks. I've been like, well,
Have you been keeping a record for your surefires?
no.
What the hell's the point of having them?
What are we doing?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I thought in the beginning that like we weren't gonna count like units and just kind of like do just the regular picks for our record, but
But it's still a pick.
I guess you're right.
You give
I
it
don't know.
out.
Oh my
You make the bet. You give it out. You have to count it. It's not just like, oh
I don't know what to say here.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I don't know how we haven't like noticed that.
that explains why your total's so low.
Well, yeah, I only pick like one or two extra games. Off
I
the
know, but
board.
still.
like
There's 20 weeks missing. There's 20 bets missing.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, if I have some time this week, I'll go back and watch all the
Damn
episodes.
it, Will.
You have to watch all the episodes.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just watch the parts that.
No, you just have to go through the tweets.
Yeah, I guess I do have to go. Yeah, okay.
I mean, you could go through watch all the episodes, give us a.
Well, I don't always tweet
Some
out like,
extra
"Oh, did
views.
that win?" But I guess I could just.
No,
back
but
on
just
the scores.
we tweet the picks every week.
Yeah.
So just go through.
Yeah. Well,
That's a good thing to learn.
all right.
Last week
Last
of the
week of the
season.
Well,
Good God. Second to last episode of the year.
listen, nobody's perfect. All right.
That's funny.
Well, it doesn't matter. I didn't win it anyway. So
I mean yeah, okay. I'm just more surprised we never noticed.
Yeah.
I
That might be on us.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I just thought that we weren't counting it on a record, and we had that clear with each other. But I guess not. But
I
you
don't
know what?
think
that
It's
was
fine.
never established.
I guess you're right. You know, it's tough. There's a lot of things that go into making this show. All right.
But that's the easiest part of the
All
job.
right. All right.
So I'll tally that up. So, so yeah, I didn't win a bet this week. Yeah, the Niners pick was dead right as Brock Purdy went out of the game. That was immediately dead.
I turned the game off.
Yeah.
I
That,
mean, I still watched it because it was football, but
yeah.
I was like,
you didn't miss anything.
I'm not going to torture myself.
Yeah. And then that Cincinnati game, I hated it. That game was
That
so
game rocked.
for you.
I think just as a football game, that was awesome.
I think that there were parts of it that were awesome. I think that, obviously the big thing that everyone is talking about is the officiating in that game.
Yeah, but they called some ticky-tack calls on Cincinnati, but none of them really ended up meaning anything.
Yeah. I mean, I do think at the end of this game, Kansas City made more plays in order to win the game. And that last call that they had, push out of bounds.
I mean,
you had to make that call. There's no problem with that call. But
I saw some people, and I don't know. Sorry to interrupt, but I don't know if this was trolling or anything. But I saw some people being like, "Was this the worst call in NFL history?" And I was like,
no,
There
There
that
wasn't,
was clearly a penalty. He was 2 steps out of bounds.
yeah. There's nothing wrong with that call.
No,
And if you think that there is, then I don't think you know ball.
don't know ball.
But I mean, this was definitely an NFL rigged moment for me. But because it did feel like every little ticky tack thing that was called was just going Kansas City's way, except for the take back for that touchdown that they ran in. They took that one back.
Yeah, and then didn't they? I can't remember if it was the same play or not. They got I can't remember if this was the touchdown. They got a 30-yard gain, I think, on 2nd and 10, and when the offensive lineman ran by Cincinnati player just with his hands up, and they're yep, 15 yards. I was like, I've seen a lot worse than that.
Yeah,
Get called.
the taunting
Yeah.
play. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the only one that I was like, what is going on here, was when the Chiefs got 3 attempts at third down.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
that was silly.
hold on.
I love.
You gotta
I love
not
it.
do
that
this.
was so funny. And they showed the ref at the original play. The ref tried to run in and stop it.
Yeah.
But he was the back judge or something. And nobody saw him, and the play started. And he was like, "Okay, just never mind. We'll figure it out." I've never, because usually a ref would just keep going, doesn't matter if the play started or anything.
So weird.
It was, but again, that didn't mean anything. They punted on that.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that was a moment where I was like, okay,
that
what
was
are we doing
fish.
here?
If Kansas City had scored on that one on that drive, I'm like, yeah, this is 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kansas City, they made enough plays to win the game, and Cincinnati did not. Kind of like a ball don't lie moment, but also kind of like this is big time NFL rigged kind of moment.
Mm-hmm.
It just it left a bad taste in my mouth, but oh well, we're moving on. How did y'all do, Chris? How did you do?
I went 3-0, counting my surefire.
Surefire included.
Yeah, I went 3-0. I'm glad I switched to the Eagles because, I mean, that was just sad. It was just sad to watch San Francisco attempt to run an offense without a quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just unfair because I was rooting in my heart. I was rooting for San Francisco.
Yeah.
And it was just bad. It was sad to watch. And then it was funny when Purdy first went down and they cut to Josh Johnson throwing on the sideline. I was like, oh boy, he's a 17-year vet or something.
Yeah.
that guy is awesome.
So we know you took the Chiefs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Won that easy. Well, not easy, but it was a little sweaty. But how sweaty was the under for you? Because I was kind of thinking, I was like, yeah, this could. If this goes into overtime.
Yeah, overtime was really my only concern because.
Which it was kind of looking like it was
Mhm.
head that way.
Up until the last 2 minutes of the game, it felt like that because when Cincinnati got the ball with two and some change left, I was like, okay, this is either going to be they drive down, take all the time off and score, or what happened is either they punt or turn it over real quick and then Kansas City gets the ball back and scores. But yeah, up until then, I was like, this is going to go to overtime. It's going to be an awesome game. and I'm gonna lose an under in overtime. Like, it's gonna be an awesome game. Someone's gonna score, and I'm just like, well, shit.
Ruined my perfect night.
But it was fun.
Kidding.
It was a fun game. Yeah. Sean, how'd you do?
I went 0-2. I thought the dogs would bark, but they just got put down instead, which is disappointing. But like I said, I turned off the San Francisco game as soon as Purdy went down because I knew I wasn't betting on Josh Johnson. I was betting on Brock Purdy. So I was like, what's the point? This is going to be just like last week. This is the start to a horrible weekend. And it was. Just like last week. 0-2. Haven't won a bet in a week. So that's not true. That's not true. I've won many NHL bets since if you would just follow me on the Twitter. So I'm not down too bad.
Yeah. Man, I haven't won a bet in a week. Oh man, I just hated hearing that. That just did not make me feel good.
It's a joke.
I do feel, part of me feels bad because I feel like I jinxed. I know this didn't happen because he was already hurt, but I feel like I jinxed Brock Purdy's injury because he got hurt, and then he was like on the sideline throwing, and obviously throwing it 5 feet on the sideline is different than playing in an NFL game.
Yeah.
But I saw him throwing like kind of like a decent amount. I was like, this can't be like a serious injury, right? Like he's gonna come back in.
Yeah.
And then
Did
turns
text
out
us, yeah.
tore his UCL. He's
Out 6 months.
6 months at least.
May not be the starter next season.
Yeah.
Golly, man.
I was like, oh, he'll come back in like a couple drives. It'll be fine. And then now he might not play football again.
Well, thank God you didn't jinx DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
fine.
you texted us. You were like, "Is that guy alive?"
I didn't know what was
We
happening.
didn't know. No,
I didn't even see
fine.
him fall. Like I just looked up because I was out to eat. I just looked up and saw everyone gathered around. I didn't know.
We
If I had seen him
understand.
collapse, I wouldn't have said that.
we understand. We were
would've
watching
thought it.
in
I
the
wouldn't have
in. You sent that middle of the game. Nobody knew anything. But thank God you just didn't jinx him. It's like thank God you jinxed.
That would have been really bad. Yeah.
How bad would you have felt?
Pretty bad.
Pretty
If he had died, pretty bad.
Yeah, he did kind of die. Kind of.
Technically, if he had not.
Been resuscitated.
He's good now, allegedly. People think
Okay,
there's this
come
whole. No, I'm joking. No, he's good now. So you're in the clear. No need to worry. You won't have a ghost haunting you. So all good.
You'll lose all your bets. It's me, the ghost of DeMar Hamlin.
That would be. I mean, I don't want to make
He
light
deserves
of
it.
that, but yeah, that would be. If I ever lost like a heartbreaker, I'd be like, well, it's DeMar Hamlin. Just I deserve it, but it's him just getting one over on me.
Ooh.
That bastard.
I didn't say that.
All right. Well, those were the games. Super Bowl is set. It's going to be Eagles versus Chiefs. We're not going to talk too much about it this week, just because there's not really much to talk about this week. There's not a ton of prop bets out yet. There's definitely going to be just a ton of silly bets that are going to be out on not only the Action 24/7 Sportsbook, but on other books as well. And it's just going to be fun.
I'm
It's just
so
going to be fun.
excited.
We're all going to have like 20 bets.
I love Super Bowl prop bets.
I mean, this is Christmas Day, or it will be Christmas Day for gamblers.
Yeah. It's just like, I love betting the will there be a punt inside the 5? Because
Oh, yes.
every single drive matters.
Yep.
Because if, you got
And-
like the over or versus like this team scoring, and if they don't score, or they do score, it's good. But if they don't, then it's like they punt, and
Yep.
then that's interesting.
And the Eagles got old Brett Kern,
The GOAT.
the GOAT, inside the 10 GOAT. So
I mean, sounds like a winner.
I love
and the
a good-
Chiefs punter is
what's
Pinnon.
Townsend or
No.
something like that.
I think it is Townsend.
Yeah,
Townsend.
yeah.
Pinion's on
Pinion
the
and-
Bucks.
Oh
Or
yeah,
he
that's
was
right.
on the Bucks.
Townsend's a Pro Bowler though.
Oh shit, dude.
Not this year.
Yes.
Well, he's not going. He's going to Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I guess he was selected for the Pro Bowl.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a big ass list of all of our bets. It's gonna be awesome. But that's gonna be like next week.
Mm-hmm.
But for this week, we're gonna talk about other sports and other
What?
sports betting in other sports.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
There are other sports?
There are other sports. This is not just NFL sports betting show. This is others, because sports betting, it's a year-round. It's a year-round sport.
No days off.
No days
That's
off.
why it's
literally.
called Action 24/7.
Because gotta have a bet.
24 hours, 7 days a week.
365 days a year. Bets.
Bets.
Because you may sleep, but money doesn't.
To show how much of a degenerate I am. I can't remember the last time where I was in like a legal sports betting state where I didn't bet that day.
Yeah, I know. I bet you can't think of
I mean,
it.
because I remember there was a few days over the summer where I wasn't out of state, and I couldn't. But that was, other than that, I've never just been like, oh yeah, I forgot to bet today.
That's like
I've
the
done that
first
many
thing you
times.
do.
Oh no, yeah, wake up, play some bets, and then I just go about my day.
Yeah. There's your nighttime activity.
Just gotta. I mean, it's all about the grind, man.
That's true.
Scare money don't make money.
Damn straight.
So, yeah. Just to get right into it, me and Sean kind of primarily bet like hockey. We'll like probably dabble in like college basketball, or I sometimes bet the NBA. I got to do like a lot of research on the NBA before I really dive into that. But typically, I reserve the NFL season just for betting the NFL. And sometimes if I'm feeling squirrely during the week, I'll bet I'll bet the NHL. But leagues like the NHL and NBA, like early on in the season, it's really tough to get a pulse on a team. So really kind of when football season ends, it's kind of like the perfect time to get into it, because trends have
Set
and teams are teams, and you can see them by the statistics.
And by the time this comes out, they will be already in the All-Star break.
Yes, in the NHL.
So, yes, for the NHL. But after the All-Star break is when the NHL goes all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
They are in it.
It's going to be
They
balls
are
to the wall.
fighting. They are grinding. They are trading. They are doing everything every which way all the time. And it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. It is much watch TV. And yeah. So I got some stats just for y'all, but I just want to preface this and say, if you sports bet and you're not betting on hockey, you're really missing out, because I got some gems of some stats right here that I'm going to help y'all. I'm going to help y'all make some money at betting hockey. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to see the stats. We're going to go with them. First stat I got. Edmonton Oilers. Overs this year, 29-16. They are the best over team in the league. They have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Both are number one centers. That they have two number one centers. It's crazy. And they're going to waste away Connor McDavid's talent and Leon Draisaitl unless they trade him, because Edmonton Oilers are a dumpster fire of a franchise. But those two cannot stop scoring. I think McDavid has like 1 million points already, and it's
I
like
think he's in the 90s.
that is
already.
silly. That
Already?
is
Yeah.
Good God.
that's ridiculous. He's going to win the scoring title this year.
He acts like my online NHL player, like in real life. It's nuts.
Yeah.
In NHL 22.
Yeah.
But McDavid's going to win the Rocket Richard Trophy for the most goals. I don't know how many he has right now, but it's a tremendous
I
amount.
think he's at the 40 mark.
I'll look it up.
I knew he already scored 30 like a week or two ago.
I think he was the first player to reach 40.
I'll take your word for it because I don't know. But overs are 29 and 14. They are the best over team. They are winning games like 5-3 or 5-2. And if you're unfamiliar with betting on hockey, really where you can make your money is over-unders. And it's kind of tough to pick a team to bet on because it's kind of like the NBA. Really, any given team can win on any given night. Like the Sixers are like the best team in the NBA, but like the Hornets can beat them.
I lost to someone bad
Yeah,
recently.
bad teams win like all the time. So really, any team can win, but that over/unders, those are some stone cold stats that you can follow. And Edmonton Oilers, their goaltending is suspect, but they can score 5, 6, 7 goals a
But
night.
that's good for overs.
Exactly. So that's an over stat. Next stat I got, the Winnipeg Jets unders 34 and 14 on the season.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Because they have one of the best goaltenders in the league,
Yes.
Connor Hellebuck.
And it's not just that. They have a great decor and
Lots of young guys.
lots of young guys and their coach. They have a very defensive-minded coach in Rick Bowness. Rick Bowness used to be the coach of the Dallas Stars last year and a few years before that. And his system is play defense, stop the puck, block shots, any way you can to win the game. And when you combine that with a hot goalie, with just a solid goalie like Connor Hellebuck, you're going to win hockey games. You're going to win 3-2. You're going to win 3-1, 2-1, 2-0. These are going to be low-scoring games. Probably don't want to watch them, honestly. But unders, 34 and 14. Oh man, that's a great stat that I found. Yeah. Next stat I got the Boston Bruins. They are the best team in the league by far.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Their record right now is 38-7-5. They only have one regulation loss at home all season. Season's already half done.
That's absurd.
Yeah. They broke some sort of like record or something with that.
I saw their goaltender is like second place all time to get to 35 wins or like their goalie combo, both their goalies got 35 combined wins in the least amount of games.
Right.
Like tied with second or something. It was nuts.
Yeah. I saw that, and that was. I mean,
And those stats go back to like 1907
yeah.
and like 1912, like when fucking smallpox was going around. That's nuts.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy what the Bruins are doing right now. The Boston Bruins are the best team in the league. And they just put on a show when they are at home. If they're at home and you haven't bet on them, bet on them. And if you don't, and they're down like 1 goal, 2 goals, and they're at home, live bet the money line. They will come back. Their roster combined with their coach is probably why they're the best team in the league. Their head coach, Jim Montgomery, who was the Dallas Stars coach before Rick Bowness before he stepped down and Rick Bowness took over.
All these Stars coaches just getting respect.
Yeah.
Except from the Stars.
Yeah. Well, the Stars are doing pretty good right now, so I don't feel bad for them. But Jim Montgomery also kind of has a defensive. He's a defensive-minded coach, and what he didn't have in Dallas at the time was goal scoring. He didn't have any really offense in his roster. And so now he's the head coach of the Bruins, and the Bruins have a roster. They have Brad Marchand, David Pastrnak, Patrice Bergeron. They got scores everywhere. They got Taylor Hall. Their roster is so good, they can play shutdown defense and still score. It's ridiculous. Also, they are 16-8 against the spread in away games. And so,
Jeez.
yeah. And so, like, if you're unfamiliar, betting spreads in hockey, it's just 1.5. You're essentially betting on an empty net goal, because once they go up 1 and it's getting down to crunch time, the opposing team that's down a goal will take out their goalie, and you'll be able to get an empty net goal. And so that's the way I see it. And yeah, that's my my spiel for today.
You're either looking for an empty net goal or an absolute blowout.
Yeah, with puck lines, and you can get a lot of value with like favorite puck lines, unless like a great team is playing just an absolute dog shit team.
I would like to say one of the 10 commandments that I have on betting hockey. I haven't bet any puck lines, totals, or money lines as of late, but if you see a +1.5 puck line at above -125, take it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
They
Take it.
They can lose by 1.
Yeah. And you win.
Yeah, that's great value. But yeah, that's my spiel for hockey. Really excited to really get that going when football ends, or between now and the end of football. Hopefully, when the All-Star break ends, it gets ramped up.
This week's gonna be tough for me, honestly.
Chris, did you have something?
Oh yeah. You're talking about your hockey stats earlier reminded me my all-time favorite hockey betting stat, and unfortunately no longer applies. But it was Jimmy Howard when former starting goaltender for the Red Wings. He has since retired. But I think when the Red Wings played the Rangers and he started, the under hit like 17 times in a row. Like, not an exaggeration. Like, I think it was legit, like 17 or 18 times in a row. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
That used
It's
to
not an accident.
I mean, I only took advantage of it for like a few times before he retired, but it was free money.
Yeah.
There were one time I think it was 6 or 6.5, and they were, I think it was 6. They were at 5 going into the third period, and they didn't score a goal the rest of the game. It was incredible. I just love stuff like that.
Yeah, we
Brings a tear to your eye, honestly.
we didn't
Put him in the hall. I don't remember if he was that good.
Build
but
a statue.
That's an incredible stat.
yeah, it's too bad we didn't find out that stat until really nerds started taking over the sports betting
Yeah.
kind of world. But
Freaking nerds.
yeah,
Once computers got involved.
yeah.
Those damn computers.
And you could really archive the statistics and stuff. But yeah, that's hockey. Y'all got any interesting other than football sport betting things?
No. Well, I don't have stats like you do. Mine, I mainly bet player props on the NHL, and I do it day to day, matchup to matchup, and just see what looks like, what players are clicking, what players are not, what their averages are. And this could be from goals, assists, points in a game, shots on goal, power play points, you name it. I meticulously go in and analyze just about every player for a specific matchup and find the best one. And guess what? Most of the time, they win. As the boys have referenced me as Safety Net Sean
Yes.
in last week's episode,
Uh-huh.
that is exactly what I am. Let me be your safety net. Follow me for NHL player props if you're into that thing. If you don't want to watch the whole game, cool. This player could score in the first period and you could turn off the TV. There you go. Easy as that.
I'll be honest.
It's so easy.
Whenever I take into your props, I never watch the game.
That's fine.
I'm just saying. Like,
You got college basketball to watch. I get it.
Yes.
I get it. But Will said he bets on the NBA. I do not bet on the NBA. I don't like the NBA. It is just kind of there for me. If one of my buds, convinces me to take something, I might take it. I probably won't, but because it will probably lose. It's just my thought.
I mean,
You know how that is. It's just like, hey, take this. It's an absolute lock.
It's never.
And then you're like, okay. And just not even close.
That's why I'm always nervous whenever like someone in our group chat or anyone really asks me like, "Hey, what's your lock for tonight?" I'm like, well, don't do that. 'Cause I know it's gonna lose. I could be like, yes, like before, like yes, like without a doubt, this is hitting, and then just be like, if I have to call it a lock, it's like, well, that's gonna lose. That's just the way. Because
Is there some workaround?
what do you
Is
mean?
there something else you could call it that wouldn't?
Well,
make
you know
feel
what
like
a surefire pick.
Okay, there you go.
No, but just whenever like when I haven't like thought about like, oh, this is the one where I am just responsibly putting my house on it.
Yeah.
If it's just one I have to pick off the top of my head, I'm like, okay, that's lost. And if
Okay.
it wins, I'm like, okay, that was nice. Just a pleasant surprise. Just because whenever you're like, that's a lock, it loses.
Sure.
Like what you just said.
But I only give out locks, so
Only give out winners, so don't have to worry about that.
yeah. Safety net, dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
I only really bet on the NBA when betting on hockey is pissing me off. Because I need something fresh. But NBA is like a little more tricky because there's load management and just like there's
It's
the teams are so lopsided with
Mhm.
like rosters and who's playing and it just the backdoor cover is just so
mhm.
prevalent.
I mean, it's just wild because I've seen games where teams will go up by like 30 in the second quarter and then lose.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Chris, do you have any college basketball teams that you're currently riding?
Yes, right now, Pitt is on a they're a covering machine right now.
Yeah.
I knew they've been really good because I've been writing them the last 2 weeks, I guess. I looked it up. Their last 17 games, they're 14-3 against the spread.
Ooh.
Hopefully, knock on wood, about to be 15-3 in the last 18. They're playing North Carolina right now. They're +8. They're up by 3 with 10 minutes left.
What was the spread?
+8.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, so
hopefully, I've had some, but
yeah.
But yeah, college basketball. This is the time for college basketball. This conference play is going on right now. It's incredible. There's great games on every single night, except Friday. Other than that, every single night, just great games.
Why not Friday?
It's just weird. I don't really know.
Hmm.
Friday, you get like, I mean, I still bet, but you get like some of the small,
Because most of the schools play Saturday.
yeah, Saturday and Sunday,
Hmm.
and then
Okay.
Mainly just Saturday. You'll have literally like hundreds of games. It's awesome.
Chris's mouth is watering right now.
Oh, I mean, it's the
So I'm
best.
just thinking about pie.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best. You just wake up and you place 30 college basketball bets on Saturday. It's the best.
I mainly get into college basketball at the same time everybody else in America does, which
See,
is in
that's-
March.
Well, that's
But-
not good.
I did
'Cause
I
you
did
don't know-
really well in March Madness last year.
I had a lot of fun.
I did
I did
really well.
I did very well. I don't think I had a losing day until like the Elite Eight.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was incredible.
I think I did all right.
Miami was a team I rode them till the very end.
Them and Notre Dame were
Notre Dame sucks this year.
well.
They were
I'm talking about last
I
year.
know, but this year they were an auto fade. They still kind of are for like the first month or so of the season. They just could not cover a spread.
Yeah.
They played Bowling Green and they didn't cover.
I have also seen that Florida Atlantic
Best
University is the best against the spread team in the
team,
nation
15-4-1 against the spread.
all time. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. What's that? 15-4-1. 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
They're-
21.
Okay.
No,
It's 20.
20. Sorry. Math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're okay. Well, then at time of recording, because they'll have played a game before this comes out. They're 19-1 overall. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's great.
They play tomorrow night, Thursday night, UAB. I'll be responsibly betting whatever the number is
Mm-hmm.
because UAB
Okay,
sucks against
okay.
the spread.
Okay. Maybe I'll hop in on that.
This is the time to get into college basketball.
I know.
It's bananas. It's a crazy sport.
Yeah.
I tried to get into it a couple years ago, and I just got really frustrated because
Because these kids they're kids.
they're kids. They're not professionals.
And they suck.
Yeah, and like
Most of them, are not very good.
yeah. So like, I think I was betting a lot of NBA at the time, and
That's
and I was like, why aren't any of these shots going in? I was like, why can they not put up like any sort of
Why can
points?
they not make free throws?
yeah. You
Yeah.
watch an NBA game. The final score is like 120 to 115. You flip over to college basketball, and it's like 52 to 48 with 6 minutes left.
Yeah. So I got kind of frustrated just with like the product that's on television, like the way the game's being played. But I mean,
It's
more
a
power to you.
It's a grind, man. It's not easy.
Yeah. I think more than like the NBA, literally anything can happen in like college basketball.
Oh yes.
And the same could be same for college football.
What was it? Monday night when Iowa State was up. They were up 20. They're playing Texas Tech. They're minus 1.5. Iowa State is number 1 in the Big 12. Texas Tech had not won a conference game all season. They're 0-8. Iowa State minus 1.5. They were up 23 in the second half and lost in overtime. It was the worst.
I saw Twitter go like almost physically burst into flames over that loss.
It was the worst thing ever. Oh yeah, I saw like just scrolling through every people.
Didn't that line
like-
seem a little ratty though? Like looking back
Yes,
on it?
but with the Big 12 especially, like I don't know. I've thought about that about ratty lines before, but it's that conference is so competitive. Like
Okay.
even Texas Tech, who, like I said at the time, had not won a conference game. They're still good,
Mhm,
like
okay.
comparatively to other. Like they're still a decent, talented team.
Okay.
So that's kind of like that's a conference where anything can happen any given night.
Do we have anything else to say?
I don't know, we're just kind of winging it, I guess.
Yeah, we've never done one like that. It's hard to give. I would like to give out picks, but it's hard to give out picks for
Yeah.
Mostly
college
'cause-
basketball 3 days in
Well,
advance.
yeah, the lines aren't out yet. We
And
don't
even if
even
they
have
were,
we don't even have NBA lines for tomorrow.
Yeah.
We don't have hockey lines for tomorrow. We've got the Super Bowl line, but
That
That's
line
not-
could change.
It
I
might-
honestly
could
don't even
change.
know what. I'm still kind of in a mental pretzel.
we'll get into it next
Me
week.
too.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like
I think I do.
I think I do, but I don't really like it.
I think I do, but I really like it.
I don't like this matchup in the Super Bowl. If I'm
Oh,
being
I
honest.
do.
I
It's definitely the two best teams.
Why don't you like it?
because it's the two best teams.
Like that hasn't happened before. Like
I don't know.
it has.
Isn't that what you want? You want
I
the two
mean,
best teams? Like, yeah, it's
yeah.
fun when an underdog gets in, but like,
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like there's no clear. I mean, I guess there is a clear underdog.
I
But
feel like even though like if you're like a wild card team that makes it to the Super Bowl, you're
there's an extremely low chance that like you are going to win. I guess.
I know, but even if that happens, like if they win 3 straight road games to make it to the Super Bowl, you're like, okay, you deserve to be here.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you're not the best team, but you still like you earned the right. It's not, you can't fluke your way into 3 straight road wins in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what year the Giants beat the Patriots? I think it was
2008.
It was the
9.
first. Yeah, they at the time the Washington football team at the time were the other name.
The team that resides in Washington.
Yes. The Giants went 0-2 against them in the regular season, and they won the Super Bowl.
Weren't they
That's-
8-8?
Yeah, they were 8-8 going.
Yeah.
in. So it's like, yeah, you can't say, like, yeah, they definitely were not the best team.
Good old bushwhacker, mouth breathing, Eli Manning, dude.
That guy rocks. Love that guy.
That's the only thing going in his brain is football. The only thing happening. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Guess so.
I guess we'll.
What an exciting way to end.
Yeah. I mean, I'd give a pick if I, if I could. I don't have the.
They'll just have to tune in next week.
I guess.
And follow us on Twitter for daily NHL, college basketball, whatever else we feel like betting on.
Yes. Yeah. That was extremely long silence, but
Dramatic pause.
It's like you had to say something, but you were like,
I don't know what to say.
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything. It's kind of tough. We're in like a weird spot right now. There's like not a lot of like sport going on.
I mean, the
Except for like college basketball.
college basketball, NBA is still going on, but this is the last night of the NHL for a week.
Mm-hmm.
All-Star break is starting tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think the NBA All-Star game is
is soon to follow.
Yeah,
How long is their break? The NBA. I don't watch
No
the
clue.
NBA.
I don't.
so-
I couldn't
okay,
tell you.
cool. I watch the NBA during the playoffs.
yeah,
So, and even then, it's like,
yeah. I mean, you
if
kind
I
of
have
have
time, I watch it. I don't make it like appointment television.
to. Yeah, you kind of have to skip that first round of the playoffs because
Yeah, 'cause like the freaking like Wizards make it in. And it's like, why are these guys in the playoffs?
They
Oh,
have
yeah,
this
'cause they have
stupid ass play-in round.
I kind of
yeah.
like that. Like as a non-NBA fan, it's entertaining.
I guess.
I would guess like if you're an NBA fan and like
Is it best of 3?
it's something weird. Like it's how like
Is it best of 3?
if
best
the
of 5?
lower seed, I don't remember how it all works.
I don't know.
out.
It's
not
gotta
even,
be a
it's not even
series.
no, it's not a series. It's not it's not a series. It's like
Oh, is it like?
it's a tournament.
Yeah. So they'll.
I don't remember
play
how
the
it
next,
works,
Yeah,
but it's a
that sounds
tournament.
dumb, but
we
But
need
as a
to-
fan, it's pretty. As a non-NBA fan, it's pretty entertaining. Because it's like, yeah, I want the Wizards to make it, and then just get boat raced by the like.
I want the
Celtics.
Wizards to be world champions.
I would love that.
I actually like, as much as I don't watch the NBA, I would actually like to see a team that
A team
isn't a
named
powerhouse.
the Wizards being a champion.
Yeah, that isn't like a
That
powerhouse.
shouldn't happen in like any any sport.
Yeah, we need an NBA guy.
Maybe we'll find one.
Maybe.
We'll go pull someone off the street.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you
You
watch
talk
ball?
ball?
You watch ball?
Hey, no ball. Yeah.
Just go down to like the store. Hey man, you know ball? Want to come to our house?
Come talk about it with us.
Come talk. Just boys talking
Talking
ball.
ball,
Just
dude.
talking ball, bro.
Don't be weird. Just
Yeah.
talking ball.
Well, all right.
They deserve to run away from that conversation.
No, man, don't be
No,
weird.
like full out sprint.
Don't be weird. Talking ball, we're normal. We're normal dudes.
Yeah, we just talk ball.
Just talking ball.
All right, that's enough saying that. Well, thank you so much for watching. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us. It's in the link in the description. Like, comment, share this. Any interaction you have with us really, really helps us out. Yes, we will see you next week for Super Bowl picks and props. It's going to be
I'm going to have so many bets responsibly. It's going to be amazing.
electric. It's going to be electric. It's going to be awesome. We're going to eat a ton of food, as most of America should on that day.
Oh, I'm going to, die.
Yeah,
It's going to be awesome.
we're going to die. Yeah. Sean, what is the promo code?
Promo code is Money3, MONEY3. When you use the code Money3 on the Action 24/7 Sportsbook, you will receive a $250 risk-free bet on your first bet. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply, and we'll see you next week where we talk more ball.
Giddy up.
Giddy up. We talk ball. We know ball. There's
We
3
bet
of us.
I like that. We talk ball, we know ball, we bet ball.
That's all we know.
Nothing else going on in here. I don't know about y'all. That's
All right.
all I think about.
See you next week.
All right. There's 3 of us. Let's make some money.
Woo!